There is a wish, a deep feeling, something you've been dreaming about for a long time. And even if it seems far away sometimes, it's actually closer than you think. But it all starts with that desire. That is the little spark that lights the fire. Since I was very young, my dream was to travel, so I grabbed a jar like these girls, but instead of using it for decoration, I used it to save money. I put all my savings in the bank, packed a small backpack, and got on a plane. I spent 2 years volunteering, traveling, discovering beautiful places, meeting amazing people, and making friends who became like family. Then I traveled another 2 years, but this time on a bicycle, without a set route, just a desire to explore the world and see everything I could. And even though this felt just like an adventure, it was really the beginning of something much deeper, finding my purpose. I didn't expect that to find it, I would need to stop moving and become a bit of a hermit. After years of constant travel, I didn't think I would want something slower, but I did. It became a process. I had to find balance because at one point my camera, my laptop, and the books were my best friends. It was indeed beautiful, but I also needed to breathe, connect with people again, and yes, buy food too. Still, I have to say, these have been some of the best moments of my life.
No sé qué estoy haciendo, pero esto lleva atún, harina, puré de papa, alubias, o sea, frijoles en México, arándanos. Qué combinación, por favor.
Well, yeah, I think you've noticed I really enjoyed this part of the journey.
Tengo 3 horas cocinando.
And dancing too.
Salió esto. Aparte de que no se ve muy bien, no sabe bien tampoco. Es que es un asco esto.
Yeah, well, I've cooked better stuff, but now let's dive in. Little by little, I started to believe more and more that everything happens for a reason. We don't always understand it at the time, but looking back, it starts to make sense. Now I see clearly that I created this life, that every decision, even the ones I thought they were wrong, they were really part of the path to finding my purpose. And if you saw my last video, you know more about how I got here. But here's the thing, I started to really enjoy creating myself a routine, staying home, gardening, things I never imagined I would like. But suddenly I felt called to do them. So I listened, I stopped traveling and followed what my body and my heart were telling me. And here's the key. Sometimes we can't see our purpose clearly because we are busy living someone else's dream. Since we are kids, we are taught to follow rules, to do what others expect of us, and we grow up with beliefs that aren't even ours. Then we wonder why we cannot be happy. This is where ego comes in. Ego is who we think we are, based on past experiences, labels, opinions. But there is also the soul, who we really are deep inside. The ego forms through life experiences and old beliefs. The soul has always been there. They don't move the same way and they cannot lead your life at the same time. You can choose to live from the ego or the soul, but you cannot do it from both. I've loved running since I was like 15 years old.
Salí con espárragos. Gracias, generoso. Qué generoso eres.
And now I love it even more when someone on the way gives me fresh asparagus. Anyway, those dreams, the things that make us smile and feel so excited, you know, those things, they come from something deeper.
Pues los esparraguitos terminaron aquí y van a terminar aquí.
And then if we add to those dreams that we all have natural talents, that we were born with them for a reason to help us follow our dreams, they are not meant to be hidden or ignored. I think it's time for us to take them out to light. Yes, I found my purpose, but if you haven't found yours yet, that's okay. But when you do, it will ask a lot from you. You will need to work hard, to be patient and make sacrifices.
Con el apoyo de Tumbleweed Bicycle Company. Gracias.
Yes, this wouldn't be possible without my amazing bicycle. It's strong and never gives up.
Ya con los huevitos y el papelito y allá.
And it not only takes me on big adventures, it also takes me to the grocery store.
Ojalá que estos sí lleguen vivos. Todos. Ay, bueno. Qué guapa.
And you know, in this process, I had to balance my relationships. I didn't want to just talk to the camera all day. Also, eating well matters too. Chilaquiles always help.
One day, like a tidal wave, a hurricane, like a thunderstorm, the pouring rain, it comes rolling in.
Please don't rush yourself to find your purpose. We all move at our own pace. I am just here to share my story and maybe inspire you a little.
Esto no es un gasto, es una inversión.
For me, this process required
Vamos a hacer algunos cambios aquí.
changes. Not just outside, but especially inside. I had to change my mindset. There were old ideas and beliefs I no longer wanted to carry with me. That old version of me didn't fit my new reality, so I had to grow. And I guess that if you're still watching, maybe you also want to find meaning in your life too. And don't worry, you're getting closer. I just figured it out recently. It didn't happen during all the years I was traveling. It happened now while I was being a hermit. Funny, right? But it's true. Part of my purpose is to share my journey with you, to help you through what I've learned, because it would be selfish to keep it all to myself. And no, it hasn't been easy. In fact, it's been really hard. But I had to remind myself that life is also meant to be enjoyed. Healing can happen while dancing too. I started working harder on my projects. One of the most special ones was making my art, not only through these videos, but also through painting. My friend Rochi and I were talking about working on something together since long time ago. So she wrote the book and I painted the front and back covers. We are so happy with how it turned out. I will leave the link below so you can check it out. During this process, I had to face very uncomfortable things. I had to look inside and see what patterns I was repeating. It wasn't easy. Sometimes it meant feeling things I didn't want to feel. I saw some dark parts of myself, like how I often quit things halfway, or how I struggle to focus on one thing at a time, or how I run away when things get hard. But becoming aware of this, it was really powerful. And no, my life isn't perfect now, but I've learned to make better choices and leave behind the version of me that no longer fits with who I'm becoming. This takes time, effort, and real inner work. I had to learn a lot, cry a lot, laugh a lot. It's a lot. But I realized I couldn't do it all alone. I needed help from the people who inspire me, people who had the results I wanted. So I started reading a lot and I joined a mentorship with Lain. And honestly, I don't know where I would be without it right now. I learned that we all need help. There are people who have already walked the path you are on, and they can support you. But first, you have to commit to yourself. You have to invest in your mind.
Oh, bring me back to that day. I had all of this waiting ahead. It kills to be halfway alive since I had you and one till I see you again. I don't mind spending a little time away. Want your hands and I'll pixels on the web. Down with this internet. Running around, call you on the
I know this looks fancy, but please don't ask me for the recipe. I work on my creativity in many ways. Finding your purpose means taking care of your body too. Not only what we put into our minds, but also being mindful about what we eat, what we think, and how we treat ourselves. That is what self-love really is. And hey, I know this looks very romantic, and I intentionally try to romanticize my life a lot, but there were also times I felt really alone. But still, I learned to enjoy my own company, to feel good in my own skin, to be careful with what kind of energy I let into my life, to decide what kind of people I really want around me, and to ask myself, what do you really want? To find your life mission, you have to let go of your past story. You have to be brave enough to connect with who you really want to be, to stop being a victim of your past, and choose to grow and begin again. Your purpose is that connection between your passions, your talents, and what you can offer the world. It's not something that magically appears. It's something you choose, and once you do it, you have to work towards it. Your purpose is to create your own reality, and finding it is just the beginning.
Hoy fue muy difícil, la verdad, porque no quería levantarme, no quería hacer absolutamente nada.
You'll have to keep going even when it's hard. It's not enough to meditate and visualize. And yes, this helps, but real change comes from taking action. And it's better to take action towards what we really love, not what society says we should do.
12 kilómetros. 12 kilómetros corridos. Estoy muy orgullosa de mí. Buenos días. Me desperté y se me hizo raro que no encontraba mi libro. Y miren dónde lo encontré. Lo peor de todo es que llovió la noche. Lo bueno es que tuvo compañía. Vivo en un paraíso, amigos. Miren. Me encanta. Me encanta.
Real talk. If today were your last day, could you say that you've lived from love and passion, or have you just been trying to survive?
Otro día más. Son las 7:30 de la mañana. Y vamos por todo, amigos. ¿Y saben qué es lo mejor de todo? Que tengo la vista más espectacular. No importa cuántas veces vea esto o cuántas veces pase por aquí, esto me sigue impactando como si fuera el primer día que lo veo.
And you know, not everything is perfect. Life has obstacles, as always. After these months of being a hermit, I had to go outside, wear something different than my pajamas, and this happened.
Vengo a contarles un chiste.
Resulta que hace unos días abrí mi armario y toda mi ropa estaba llena de moho. No me había dado cuenta porque he sido una ermitaña, porque he estado trabajando. Todos estos videos que han visto últimamente, pues resulta que hoy saco todo mi equipo para la bici y la mayoría está llena de moho también. Ya se están riendo. Ahora, ustedes quizás pensarán, pero Ana Victoria, es muy fácil. Límpialo y ya.
Se me acabó la batería de la cámara. Tengo ayer y hoy todo el día haciendo lavandería, limpiando todo con vinagre y bicarbonato. Todo, absolutamente todo está lleno de moho. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, no. Es tierra. Qué miedo. Ese era el chiste. Espero que se hayan divertido. He estado limpiando mi armario y compré estas cosas para la humedad. Me he quedado con muy pocas prendas. Como verán, mis colores favoritos son estos. Todo está bien. Todo está bien.
You might be thinking, how dramatic, please. And you know what, maybe I am, I don't care. But it really upset me, not because of the clothes, but because of all the gear I lost. But hey, these are material things. I know there are worse things in this world.
Si puedo prender y apagar la cámara muy fácilmente.
And I'm not here to complain, just sharing something that felt like a setback while chasing my dreams, you know? Still, I believe there is always something to learn from these things. I got so caught up in working so hard towards my dreams that I forgot to relax and enjoy the process. Yes, keep working, but enjoy it. Enjoy the process.
O sea, estoy impresionada con la cantidad de sabiduría que escribo. De verdad, vean mis videos. Tengo buenas cosas que decir. Vamos a darle a la chamba.
I realized I didn't come to this world just to travel and explore, but also to share my stories and inspire you. To remind you that miracles don't just happen, we make them happen.
Oigan, yo no sé por qué no había hecho eso antes.
And these videos aren't just a diary of my life, you know, they are part of a bigger message. T. Harv Eker said it well in his book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. He said, your life isn't just about you, it's about what you contribute to others. Live true to your mission. Add your puzzle piece to the world. The more people you help, the richer your life will become. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and yes, financially too. And no, it's not easy, because if it were, everyone would be already living their dreams or walking towards them. But most people are stuck in autopilot, living for someone else's dream. If what you do it's not inspiring or helping someone else, then you're still on your way to finding your purpose. And it's not about proving anything to anyone, it's about serving from your most authentic self. The world needs more love, and love comes from authenticity and vulnerability. Because let's be honest, What's the point of working so hard on something if it doesn't inspire anyone else? What's the point of making so much money if you won't help your family to have a better life? What's the point of having a beautiful house if you won't open the door to a fellow bike traveler? And I mean it. Travel has shown me incredible landscapes, but it also showed me parts of myself I had never seen before. Now, even though I've been working from within four walls, doing inner work and creating content to inspire you, I realized something deeper. What's the point of keeping everything I've learned and lived to myself? Why would I be so selfish when I have the tools and the passion to share it with you? So I want to ask you this. What fire inside you have you still not dared to follow? That fire in your heart, it's not random. That's your soul speaking to you. It's your truest guide. If you've already found it, keep going. Good for you. And if not, keep exploring, keep trying. Like my mentor once said, life reveals itself as you move forward.